back again, another video. Okay, tonight a little bit of a review because I've had a few questions, a few comments regarding a bit of kit that people have saw in a video not so long ago. The little Trangia Swedish Army stove I was using for heating the bivvy. So because I was lying on my bed chair at Cromwell's during that review, and of course I'd had a few of the old Britney Spears, it was a bit pants, wasn't it? So I'm going to do a proper one tonight. Okay, so what we'll do, I'll have a look at that stove and I'll let you know all about it. I've had that for about, oh god, I would say a good 15 years plus. Yeah, that bit of kit. I got it from a shop in Sweden called Överskottsbolaget, which basically means it's like army surplus basically shop. So I've got a couple of them. I've got one in the car that's under the seat. That's been living in Shapoopy's cellar for the last 3 years, I think. It's just come to light now. And I've got the Swedish Army basically issue one that I've got with the cooking stove. So it was a full shebang, including the little Trangia spirit stove, which we're going to look at now. So here's my bag. Okay, it's a British Army issue day sack basically, and that goes everywhere with me because I've got everything in there that I need. It sits in the back of the car, and it even goes to work with me just in case I get up to the dizzy heights of Scotland. The car packs up. I've got a little survival bag with some food, some warm clothing, Gore-Tex jackets, things like that, and of course my little stove for making food, or a Danny LaRue. You're getting a brew on the go. You know, like waiting for the AA to come. I'm sat there in the snow making noodles and cups of coffee. Happy days. Right, so I'll keep it in here. And it gets used for, obviously, my little survival bag, but when I go on day sessions, carp fishing, pike fishing, I tend to take that because it's lovely and compact, and it fits in there. I can just chuck it in my pipe bag. I grab it out of there, chuck it in my pipe bag, chuck it in my carping day bag, yeah, or yeah, I'll leave it in there, and me and my little Shapoopy go walkabout creek. We like to go on our little jollies, walking around the hillside, yeah, sunny Yorkshire and places like that, to get away from all the horrible humans, you know, yeah, big massive crowds like Christmas shopping. I hate Christmas shopping. I'd rather put that on my back and go for a jog in the hills, okay? Right, so I've got some cups because it's always two of us. Mine's the green military type carpy colour, and Denise is a little blue one for ickle girls. Yeah. And there's another one just in case the boy comes with us. Right, so here it is. That is it. Okay, and you'll get a better shot of it in a minute when I get some light on it. But that is basically, it's Swedish Army issue, and it's compact. You can cook, make brews, and of course, yeah, what I use it for sometimes, as you know, is keeping the bivvy warm in Alan Minter, yeah, when my love spuds are hanging off, yeah. Right, so we'll get that out now. We'll get these mugs out of the way, get me Bergen on the deck there, and we'll have a look at it in a bit more detail. But of course, it's run on meths, so I keep a good supply of meths in there. What do I keep it in? I've got a little rocket pack on here. And I've got a little, the water bottles basically. I keep my meths in that. Have a quick swig of it on the way around, like the old paraffin lamps when they used to drink the meths back in the day, before they turned it purple so the shit stunk like, you know, paint stripper. Right then, so we'll get rid of this and we'll have a look at that. So there we go. This is the Swedish Army issue one. Yeah, a lot of them come in just plain silver, but of course this one is in army green, isn't it? A little bit of camouflage there. This is an actual Swedish Army issue one, and what a cracking bit of kit. It comes in 1, 2, 3, and in the inside 4 pieces. Right, let's have a look what it's made up of. Okay, right, so first things first, yeah, this is basically the cooker, the windshield, the cooker. And it comes apart like so. There we go. So there's the cooker. we'll have a quick look at that. So there's your windshield basically. It's got its little legs in there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a couple of legs in there and they pop up like so. So again, the pot rests on that when you're doing your cooking, when you're doing your magnadoodles, yeah, or you're making your Danny LaRue. So again, it'll all come more apparent very shortly. Cracking bit of kit this is. Yeah, it is a little bit flimsy here. It bends, but you can bend it to mould it round the actual, yeah, billy can or whatever you want to call it. Right, so that's the stand stroke windshield and the casing. Yeah. Next, of course, you've got your pots. So there's your big pot at the bottom, which I boil my water in, and of course you can cook magnadoodles or noodles in there. And of course it's got a little hangy uppy bit with two little recesses here. Okay, so you can hang it over a you know, proper fire with a little wooden tripod. You can make a little tripod there and hang it over your fire, or you can cook it with this little bad boy as well. Okay, so that's that bit. Then you've got the lid stroke mug. So what we do with this, that pops up and the top comes off. So what you've got there is your billy can with all my bump in there. I'll explain that very shortly. And then your lid, this has got a dual purpose. You see that recess there? I'll show you that what that's for very shortly. So it's a cup, yeah, and it's got a little handle. It's a little folding handle cup basically. So what you can do with that, obviously you can boil water in it, you can cook with it, you can put brews in it, yeah, you can drink out of it, and that little bit can sit over the top of this while you're boiling it, just to keep the heat in. Okay, happy days, and it boils quicker. So that sits on there like that. Obviously when that's empty, it's just a little bit rocky now because yeah, it's full of shite in there. Right, okay, so that's your mug, but watch out for this if you do buy one, yeah, and you're cooking this and then you've got a nice hot brew in there and you put that on your flaps, you're gonna have a little bit of Simon Weston lips going on there, yeah, you're just gonna burn your flaps, and of course you'll have big massive loads of herpes like there. Look at that big massive herpes there. I don't know where that come from, yeah, I haven't been kissing any dirty minge. Right, so what I do in there, I keep my monkeys and parrots, my bits and bobs in there, including the stove, is what you've all been asking for actually. So I've got a little bit of olive oil there, a little bit of olive oil for cooking. Yeah, I've got my little Trangia, again that's Trangia, Swedish quality, you can see that's Trangia there. Trangia's good kit, top of the range, it's Swedish, yeah, and of course if the Swedish Army use Trangia for all their army issue gear, you know it's a good bit of kit when it comes to Arctic kit especially. There's the little spirit stove, that's what you've all been going on about. We'll have a look at that. I've got a little bit of cardboard in there, yeah, that's off that bud tin, or that bud bottles when I was down at Cromwell's, just to sit it on because it does get a little bit hot. And of course a lighter. What's that for? Lighting shit. What do you think it's for? You know, setting things on fire. Yeah. Right, so let's have a look at the little spirit stove, shall we? There she is. It's got a lid on. Okay. It's got the little holes where the flames come through. You'll see that very shortly when we fire it up. You can just see them there now. Okay, that's your filling point, and that's where your meths goes in. Okay, and that sits there on the little windshield. Yeah. Okie dokie. Right, so the top has got a little rubber sealing. You can see the little rubber sealing there. Yeah, it kept falling out that, so I glued it in. I glued it in with a bit of the old super glue, and now there's a little bit of a leak. As you can see, it's a little bit purple in me jug in there. It's a little bit purple in there if you can notice it, because it's had a bit of a leak since I put that super glue in. But hey ho, shit happens. I know not to do that again, but it's alright. I'm having a brew because it's Pearl Harbor in here. Right, so let's have a look at this bad boy then. So there it is, the little Trangia spirit stove. Again, it's a Swedish Army issue, this one. The beauty of it is though, there's no working parts. So there's nothing can go wrong. The only thing that goes wrong is when you run out of mess and it don't work anymore. That's all can run for it. That is it. It's bloody indestructible basically. Yeah. So what we do, of course, yeah, I put it on a little bit of cardboard just to protect from the heat, because that gets a little bit hot, that. So when I'm in my bivvy, yeah, I stick it on a bit of cardboard. It doesn't matter here because that's my lead making table. Yeah, that ain't going to damage that whatsoever. Yeah, and then of course we get our mess. Right, mess. Tips, tricks and handy hints here, lads. So take note of this one, otherwise you'll have your pants down. When you buy mess, that is 500ml. It's half a litre of Bartoline or Bartoline, whatever it is. It's methylated spirits for these spirit stoves. You can see it's actually the stuff for it. Okay, you can get Van Gogh stuff from Go Outdoors for fuel for these stoves, but I prefer this. Why? Okay, if you go to an hardware shop or whatever it is, your DIY shop, yeah, or B&Q, anywhere like that, you'll pay £2.50 to £3 for half a litre. Okay, right, that cost me £1. Where from? Home Bargains. They're £1. They're £1 from Home Bargains, lads. Okay, they're £2.50 to £3 everywhere else for the same size, half a litre, methylated spirits. Get yourself to Home Bargains, do what I do, rape the shelves of meths, yeah, so nobody else can buy it. There's my little stash in there. As you can see, I've got my little stash of meths. £1 a bottle, chaps, or £2.50 to £3, yeah, in the have your pants down shop. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to fill it up with a little bit of mess. Okay, I'm going to use my little water bottle type thing. Again, it's watertight, it's metal, so it's not going to get crushed in my bag if I fall over, go tits up down a mountain or something. Yeah, I'm not going to come out at the bottom stinking of meths, am I? Okay, right, so I'm going to fill it up. So what you do here, is of course you fill it to the top, and as you fill it to the top, you watch it, it starts to slowly go down and it fills in this chamber here. Slowly fills in this chamber, so it won't go in straight away. You fill it up and then it slowly goes down as it fills up the old chamber. So you can see that's at the top now, yeah, and then you'll just see it slowly sink down as it fills up that chamber through the holes at the bottom. And then just top it up. Happy days, and that'll sink a little bit more again. Put my top back on, otherwise it'll be all over the gaff. You'll get the paraffin lamps in drinking it. So there we go, we're ready to go. Yeah, good old mess. £1 a bottle, Bartoline from Home Bargains, lads. Half a litre, or £2.50 to £3, yeah, in the Bell End shops. Okay, right, and then we're going to light it. So what I use is just these, again, the likes of Home Bargains, Bargain Buys, or, you know, B&M, the little for lighting candles, and I have them for lighting this. So again, you see that's reduced down again now, but it don't matter, we're going to light that now. There we go. Outside sometimes you can't see the flame, so just hold your hand over the top to see if it's lit. Okay, you can see that's lit there, and then it'll start going now. It takes a while to warm up. It doesn't start pumping out the of course the heat and the flames until it starts warming up and it comes through these little holes here. That's when it starts roaring, and of course boiling your kettle and what have you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take that off there actually, because I'm going to put, yep, the little windshield round it. So again, that takes a while to warm up. When you fill it, lads, how long does it last? I don't know, maybe half an hour. So if you fill it up, light it and have it in your bivvy, if you fall asleep it's going to go out after half an hour. Fumes is the next thing, isn't it? Fumes. Right, well, with the fumes, it's methylated spirits. Okay, I only warm the bivvy of it. I don't have it continuously running, heating the bivvy. I'll warm my bivvy up, let it go out, and then warm it up again once it gets cold again if I'm outside my fart sack. Okay, yeah. So, fumes, yeah, it's not as bad as the petrol stoves. And if you look, yeah, at the butane cooking stoves or the butane heaters, your bivvy heaters that you get, if you look on the back of the box, it states, do not use indoors. So these bivvy heaters that everybody's got have got specifically stated on the box and on the instructions that they're not to be used in confined spaces, like bivvies and houses and caravans. They're to be used outside. Yeah, but everybody uses them in the bivvy. How many people have you heard flaking out because of fumes? Not many. But again, the bivvy heater, compared to the methylated spirit stove, I don't know. Do they damage your lungs? Do they give you fucking, I don't know, fucking all sorts of diseases? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I just run it for a couple of minutes. But again, it's better than petrol, that's for sure. Yeah, and I think it's better than butane because there's hardly any smell of any gases at all. Yeah, when it burns. So as you can see, it's getting warm now, and what you'll see these little holes. Flames will start popping through them very shortly. But again, you can use it for cooking. You can put it in your little day sack for when you go fishing during the day, for a day session, so you can make a brew. Or, yeah, you can have it in a day sack, or you can just take that little thing with you, yeah, and a bottle of meths just to keep the bivvy warm. Yeah, but again, don't fall asleep with that on, lads. You kick it over, your bivvy's on fire. You'll end up like Nicky Lauder in the morning. So there we go, it's still warming up now, troops. I've done a little Trump. Poo didn't come out though. There we go, it's starting to warm up now. You can see it coming, just poking through a few of them little holes, them pinprick holes. That's what they're designed for. Flames start coming through them once it's getting a little bit warm. And then it gives it a bit of power. Gives it a bit of power to start boiling water. Otherwise, like that, it's just like holding a lighter under your mess tin, isn't it? Trying to heat your water for your Daniel LaRue. Right, well, we'll stop it for now. Wait till that gets going, and we'll see it in a couple of minutes. As you see, a few minutes later, that is a few minutes, the flames have started to come through, and again, a little bit more power behind them flames, just heats your water that little bit faster. Doesn't take long, but again, that's going in the bivvy. Yeah, the hot air rises, circulates around your bivvy. It just takes that winter chill away, lads. Yeah, you know that, oh God, I can't be arsed. And you can lie there on your bed chair, reading a book, yeah, thrashing one out, whatever you want to do. Okay, so, yeah, there we go. Whether it's dangerous with the fumes, I don't know. So, yeah, don't quote me and say, yeah, I got gassed in my bivvy because Chris told me to use one of these. That's up to you. I use it, but I use it for like half an hour here, half an hour there. Yeah, not continuously through the night because you'll have to keep waking up to refill it. Oh, there we go, chaps. Right, let's have a look how we do a little bit of cooking. A little bit of cooking, a little bit of making a brew. So if you get the full kit, yeah, again, this is Swedish Army issue, this one. I think I've seen them on eBay. I'm sure you can get them on eBay, lads. But if you want the full kit, yeah, that goes over the top of the stove, like so. You've got your little windshield there if it's blowing a new leaf. Okay. You fill your pot with water. I'm not putting any water in it because I can't be arsed, but if I did, I've got my water bottles out of my rucksack. I know it's water in there because it's got cam tape round it. It's got camo tape. That means it's water. Yeah, if it hasn't got camo tape round it and it's a smaller bottle, I know it's meths. Yeah. So again, that just sits on there. And away you go, making your brew. Happy days. Water's boiled. Yeah. Ready to go. It's not boiling because it's too bloody cold. Okay. So what I do is, this is what it's designed for. Oh, a bit of wobble there. is I stick that on there just to keep the heat in. It just speeds up the boiling process that little bit faster, keeps it warm. As you can see, it's starting to smoke there now, so it's getting hot. Again, then your brew's ready. What you want to do is watch out for this though, because this, if it hangs down the side like, it gets bloody hot. So if you pick it up and burn your trotters, yeah, so watch out for it. And then of course I'll take that off, and it's got the second little recess there. That's for pouring it into your cup of tea, but again, you can't pour that like that. So what I get is the Trangia for your pots, for your billies, for your mess tins, and I hold that on there like that. Yeah, and I hold this, and then I can pour it into my brew. But again, keep good tight of that, so it'll go everywhere, lads. Yeah. So there we go, boiled our brew. That's roaring away there, as you can see. Yeah. So again, if you get the full kit, you've got a little cooking station, haven't you? Or making your brews out on day sessions. Stick a pot of noodles in there. Yeah, some of the old cheap old Aldi noodles in there. You've got some scoff, some hot scoff, and you've got for making a brew. Yeah, it's bang on. I don't know how much they are, lads. Right, so looking at these, this might be a little bit hot now. It's not, so I'm taking that away. Where can we get this from then? Okay, you can get them from Go Outdoors, or you can get them off eBay. You can get cheap chatty Chinese ones, but they're not much cop by the looks of it. So if you're going to go for one, lads, I don't think it says it on here. Yeah, go for the Trangia, the 3 crowns. Yeah, if this will function. If it will, let's see. It's not going to focus that. There we go, Trangia. Trangia, Swedish, made in Sweden. Proper good bit of kit. If it's Trangia, it's quality, lads. So expect to pay a bit of money for it, but it's not crap, because I've used a lot of Swedish stuff, obviously, in Sweden, and Trangia is the much nuts. So there it is, roaring away now. That'll keep your bivvy warm for a. For probably, yeah, it goes cold again. Depends how cold it is, doesn't it, lads? Yeah, you warm it up, but it takes that chill off. It's just that little bit of comfort while you're lying there, you know, for half an hour, yeah, reading a book or whatever you're doing, playing on your dog and bone, yeah. And then when you want to close it up, all you do is you put the top on that, but extinguish it. And then of course that's going to be hot now, so I'm not going to pick that up, as I'll burn me trotters. That screws on, lads, and again it seals it. So if you've got any mess back in it, still in it, you just put that back in. It's not going to leak. As you see, that's still full of mess. It's not leaking. Yeah, it doesn't leak. I thought it was leaking because of the super glue. It's not. I didn't screw the bloody top on properly. So the rubber seal stops it from leaking. But again, leave it for a few minutes to cool down before you pick it up. Otherwise, you'll have a set of Simon Westons on your hands. Yep, happy days. Right then, so quick recap then. That's the stove, Trangia. Yeah, this is an army issue one, a Swedish. So if it's getting issued to the Swedish military, especially up there in the Arctic where they go playing silly buggers, yeah, then obviously it's going to be a good bit of kit and not a bit of Chinese tat, is it? Okay, so again, methylated spirits, own bargains, quid for 500 millilitres, half a litre in there. That lasts quite a while, that, lads. Yeah, and of course anything else you want to go in there. So there's the pots and pans. You can get the full kit, or of course you can just buy these singly. Yeah, have a look on eBay for Trangia spirit stove, or spirit stove if you want to get a cheap tatty one. Yeah, but Trangia is the best. Yeah, and you can get the full kit if you want the full Swedish pots and pans bit that goes with it. Super. Right, that's me. I'm going to finish me Danny LaRue. Get back in the house and put this bollocks on boob tube. See you later. Right, before we do bug out, I say back in man cave. I've got plenty of tips, tricks and handy hints coming your way, because I like sharing my stuff with everybody. A lot of people like to keep the tips and tricks and handy hints to themselves, the selfish bastards, aren't they? Not me. Yeah, if I find something good that people can use, I'll let you know, and I don't give a shit what other people think. Tips, tricks, handy hints, Can you not knock it? And one last one, yeah, for a bit of a giggle. I was on my way home from work today, driving back from Wrexham down the motorway. I got a call off my little shapoopy. How you doing? Fantastic, I finished early, I'm on my way home, I'm off to make a YouTube video. She said, oh, you're gonna... And she started taking the piss like she does. Bob's your teapot, double thumbs up. And then she turned round and said, bish bash bosh, back of the onion ring. I nearly fucking smashed into the back of an Arctic, I was laughing that much. Tip top, back of the onion ring. Nice one, Poopy. Later, kids.